Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Initiative Order, and welcome back to Symbaroum, the Throne of Thorns, and thank you so much for joining us for our Season 1 finale. It is finally here. My name is Nate Ridenauer. I will be your GM for this journey, and before we dive back in, let's go ahead and meet our wonderful crew for today, starting off with Coral, please.
Hi, friends. My name is Coral Reefer. I am playing Agithe, or Aggie, the Potions and Poisons Master.
Excellent. Let's throw it over to Kelsey next.
Hi everyone, I am playing Kinlegelana, the Changeling Witch.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Let's go over to Leroy.
Hey everybody, I am Leroy playing the Axe Artist Goblin Nrobso.
Perfect. And last but certainly not least, Christine, please.
Hey everybody, I'm Christine and I will be playing Laerke, the Wrathguard.
Excellent. And with that, go ahead and dive back into the world of Symbaroum. And welcome back, everybody. Before we dive back into our journey, just a quick recap on the events that took place last time. Our group had left Hall of 1,000 Tears, where you met with Tiara, as well as the immortal elf himself. Tiara tasking you to finish what her last companion had started. And that is tracking down Skull of a God, one that had gone missing, taken by a cult, who had been tracked back to an old workshop of sorts. And with the promise of great reward to each and every one of you, you all accepted this task and took off in pursuit of this skull, making your way, following the cult's footsteps. And prior to meeting up at this location, you decided to call on some old allies of yours. Aggie bringing in a couple of your fellow syndicate members, sending off a message as well to the McKell brothers, telling them that you believe things are about to get real rough in Thistlehold once more. With the two youngest having to stay behind as one of them is still in recovery. However, the elder of the brothers making his way back to Thistlehold. The rest of you went to investigate the cult. Aggie sending in your companions, who were able to kind of sneak in and hide themselves up in the rafters and light off a couple candles that had been laced with a very, very potent poisoning. And the poison smoke from these candles was enough to essentially take out every single cultist in this area. As you all heard all the bodies thud to the ground, you flung open the doors, revealing about 12 to 20 or so cultists completely dead, lifeless on the ground. Looking for the skull, Keen, you continue towards the back of the building and found a staircase heading down below. It was down in this area that you found a stone altar with a couple torches. And as you walked over, almost like a cloud taking over your vision, you saw what you're not sure to be either the past or the future, but whatever was on this altar was trying to show you something. You saw the visage of this magnificent ox-looking creature with almost like these zebra stripes going down its face, these massive horns twisted back, as it just looked upon you, mooing very, very weakly. And it showed you a pathway. And as this vision kind of faded, you all felt the rumble and almost the sound of this massive heartbeat echoing throughout Thistlehold. And as all of this kind of faded away, you were immediately deafened by the sounds of Ambrian screaming and running in terror. And on that note, you all headed back up to the surface, making haste through the streets back towards Sinkhole. And as you were charging through the seats, you saw more of these blight-stricken creatures just crawling throughout, ripping into the flesh of anything that they could grab onto. However, there were also a few glimpses of hope as the streets were being overrun. You saw Mayor Nightpitch now donning a full set of beautiful, stunning plate armor, long sword drawn, defending his home. At the side, Captain Ravello, as they were kind of back-to-back slaying these creatures, trying to make an open pathway for you four to make your way back to the sinkhole. Nrobso, you saw Kranko and the boys up on the rooftops, using wooden spoons, rocks, anything that they could get their hands on to help throw down and smack these creatures around, doing their best to help defend. Aggie, you look back and you see Leohan, the eldest Mikkel brother, standing there, his sword shining and glimmering in the sunlight as he is fighting back these beasts. And Keen, you look back, and you saw the all-too-familiar face of one Lamello, as he was just slowly walking behind you in a straight line with just a shit-eating grin across his face. As he stood there looking at you, you saw one of these creatures almost lunge out towards him, as without even looking at it, he catches it in the air and just crushes its skull in with one hand and drops it to the ground. But you decided to ignore that and continue running forward. And as you all begin to approach the sinkhole, Laerke, I imagine you still have been carrying Kovaan with you through this time. And as you're running, you almost feel a bit of a tap on your shoulder. And you hear his voice. Kovaan will stay and help defend the surface. And this is the first time you've heard him speak since he's gone into that trance that he's been in for the better part of a week at this point. And as he undoes the straps and steps down onto the ground, you can all see that there is almost a renewed youth to him, as his crackling green arcane energy just swirls about him. You see him as he takes his staff, swirling it above his head as almost these green arcane flames kind of shoot off of it. And he stabs it down into the ground, and like a lightning bolt pattern just crackling out in the soil. You see all these little sprouts begin to pop up from underneath. And Kovaan kind of lifts his arms up into the air. You see these massive tangling vines come ripping out from the ground beneath as they just start tangling up these creatures, pulling them down into the ground and holding them tight as Kovaan stands there with his back to you, just focusing all of his energy into holding these creatures down. And the rest of you are able to make your way to the sinkhole. Your tree and your platform elevator that you had created before is still there, still remains. And you are all able to make the descent back down into the sinkhole. As you're going down, you see more of these creatures, these blight-stricken individuals crawling, shooting their way up. But they pay no mind to you. It's almost like they have a drone mentality of just single file going up to the surface. As you all continue to descend downwards. Moments go by before you finally touch down, back within this deep, dark basin below Thistlehold. And you feel that heartbeat once again just echoing through this chamber. You can feel the corruptive energy trying to weigh down on you all. And you hear this rhythmic chant coming down from one of the hallways off to the right-hand side as you touch down. I'll leave the actions to you. What would you all like to do?
We need to hurry, and I start taking down the right hallway as fast as possible.
Yep. I will follow while also getting out my dagger and gesturing to Laerke, which we've done this plenty of times. You know what this means.
Yeah.
As I get I grab 2 bottles from my pouch.
Yeah, and I'll just hold out my pickaxe and my claws as we move down the hallway.
All right, continuing down.
And
Aggie, your bottles come out.
Fumbling through
Yeah.
my pouch, getting to my war paint, and I spread it on my hand and just mark myself. The war paint of quickness, which does what?
I do not have that in front of me, so
I'll-
what I will say is
I'll find that out. We will know by the time
go.
we enter this
perfect.
combat.
Perfect.
There's war paint on Nrobso's face. Should this
Excellent.
be the time of my death, this is how Nrobso will want to go out.
Excellent. All right. And Aggie, I'm assuming you are applying your potions to Laerke's weapons.
Yes, our poisons. Which now they last the entire combat, not just a hit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, let's go, love. Let's go,
What
XP.
is that? D4? We'll get there.
Oh, on the point. I'm so excited. I'm about to look up all of the equipment right now.
All of the wonderful toys that Aggie carries with her.
Exactly. I will have all of these answers so soon.
No worries, no worries. You continue down the hallway in preparation for what you might find. You see now, as you're moving down this area, there are freshly lit torches hanging in these sconces, just giving out this dim illumination of orange light that's just kind of flickering and dancing along the walls. As the only movement that you currently see in this hallway are your shadows moving along with you. But as you're following this path, you hear the chanting getting faster and faster. You hear the voice of what seems to be an Ambrian man who just speaks and says, "The time is upon us. Midnight will come to Thistlehold." And you hear the chanting get louder and more excited. as you come to the end of the hallway and see that it veers off to the left. And you can hear just this very slow sound of what sounds like calm water just trickling, coming from this area. And as you look around the bend, you can see now that it opens up into a large cavern. And in this cavern, you see more of that bright orange light flickering, as though there are either more torches or some kind of massively lit beacon within the chamber before you. Is there anything else you would all like to do before heading into this chamber?
I think we're ready.
Aggie's just gonna put her finger up to her lips. And the war paint does +1.
+1 to quickness. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, quick or strong, your choice. I assume we're choosing quick.
Okay. Excellent. So, Nrobso bump up whichever one you would like by +1. All right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
For the duration of the scene.
Beautiful.
Can you remind me what the poison damage is?
Yes, I'm finding that one right now.
Okay.
It's 2 different rule books.
All the rule books for this
war
game.
paint's from yeah, war paint is advanced.
Well, you don't have to tell me right now. Like when I make a hit, just let me know what to roll.
Perfect. All right.
Yep, I got it.
You continue forward.
Crashing this party. Bam!
Okay. You make your way forward into this large open chamber, and you see now the stone pathway before you almost ends in like this jutting out peninsula that comes out to what appears to be just this very calm, dark watered lake. And at the edge of this peninsula, you see 3 individuals standing there, just chanting rhythmically. And as you look beyond the peninsula a bit further out into the lake itself, you see this large isle, and the isle itself appears to be made of this glistening, pitch jet black stone, almost to be like a very polished onyx isle just out in the center of this lake. And on this isle, you see an altar. And situated on top of the altar is that very familiar, massive ox head that Keen had seen. This time, however, there appears to be a bit of flesh still attached to it. And you can see now the beautiful zebra stripe markings running all across its snout up between its eyes. You see that its eyes are faintly open as it's just staring at you. And as you enter in, it almost makes eye contact with you, Keen, specifically. And you can see that there's almost a moment of it pleading for help. And standing above the altar, you see an Ambrian man, completely shirtless at this point. No visible markings on his body, however, on his face he wears some kind of jagged mask made entirely of bone that covers his eyes and just kind of points upward. And you can see him as he's standing over this creature. He's got this very ornate, ceremonial-looking dagger out in his right hand. As he holds it above him, almost looking like he's ready to plunge it into this beast. And he sees all of you enter in. And he holds for a moment and simply says, "Kill them now." That, let's go ahead and jump into initiative for everybody. So, you will all be entering from this side here, coming in This peninsula, you see 3 of them before you, with the crystal isle out just a ways, with the individual in front of the skull on the altar, sword up. The actions will first go to Nrobso, as you see the scene before you. There are 3 on the peninsula with you, the individual at the altar, and 1 other standing on the crystal isle. What would you like to do, Nrobso?
Could I reach? That's running through a lot of people. I wanna sprint towards the middle guy,
Okay.
and I'm just going up to him and slashing him with my axe. For my first little motion of things that I'm doing right now. But in doing so, I'm using my survival ability, which would allow me to do 1 extra movement per scene. So I'm going up to do a slash, and I immediately retreat back. I wanted to test the waters to see if my poison axe, can do some damage.
Okay, excellent. You go charging in, axes out, coming in with that first swing against this individual. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. I believe it's a strong for your axes.
15 out of 18. I applied the attribute to the poison to what poison? No, the war paint. I applied the war paint to my strong.
Okay, excellent. You go charging in, taking your axe and just drawing it across this individual, and you see that your axe does cut through the armor that they are wearing. However, it does not cut as deep as you have seen your axe cut before. Go ahead and roll me your damage still.
That would be 6 damage.
And this individual just kind of turns to face you. And you see now that he is just wearing this pure black cloak that goes all the way down, with the hood pulled up over it. And you see that he's almost wearing what looks like a wooden mask that's got the same depiction that you've seen before of the sun sinking on the horizon. The sun itself painted in this just blindingly bright red paint, as he just stares down towards you. So, if you would like to try to retreat back from him, you certainly may try.
The way that you said try.
Entirely up to you.
Yeah, because my assumption that this doesn't do any type of opportunity to attack since it's an ability. I am, retreating maybe halfway back.
Halfway back, okay. And as you go to pull back, you see him kind of reach into his robe and pull out a very similar ceremonial looking blade to the one of the individual on the altar. And he just stares down at you, Nrobso. Alright, with that, we're going to go on to Laerke. The actions are yours. What would you do?
Do I recognize, so part of being in the Wrathguard, there's a lot of religious stuff and gods and all that fun stuff. Do I recognize the creature on the altar or no? In terms of the way appearance.
The creature on the altar, like the giant ox itself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, yeah. Oh yeah. You know that this is one of the wardens of Davokar, one of the massive godlike guardians of the forest.
And does that guy look like while we're fighting these people, he's gonna keep trying to stab that thing? Is he gonna continue to move forward, or does he look like he's waiting now?
At this time, he currently has the blade up as he's keeping an eye on your group before he makes his next move. So you can't quite tell what his intentions are, however, the blade is still held over this creature.
Okay. And what is the distance that we're at?
For you, He's about 75 feet away from you currently.
Okay. What is our do I have a movement score on here somewhere? No, right? No, I don't think so.
So how I've done
so-
movement is very similar to D&D, average 30 feet of movement.
Okay. Then I'll move up to the edge here
Okay.
where like right on up next to Nrobso, and I'm just gonna bring my hammer down on the guy that he was attacking.
Okay, up on the guy he was attacking. Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, give me your attack roll if you would.
you got it. How close is the guy next to him?
They're within 10 feet.
Okay. Oh no, I missed. I got a 16 out of 15.
16 out of 15, you go through with your hammer, trying to crack down on this individual. And it's very odd. As you go to swing, it's almost like he phases out momentarily. Where you just feel the weight of your hammer go through.
Can I dual attack and try to catch him on
Absolutely.
the uppercut with my claw?
Absolutely. Give me another attack roll.
A 4. That's a very good success.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, roll that damage for me if you would.
Okay. So that was a D6. And then what's the poison damage, Aggie?
So the poison, in order for it to take effect, we do a cunning. My cunning is tested by their strong, which I don't remember exactly how that modifies, but I'll let you explain that to us. And it'll be, if it takes effect, it's 1d4 damage per turn for 1d4 turns.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. So, for the poison to take effect, so because you hit with the weapon, Aggie, go ahead and give me a cunning roll. However, your base score is going to be 1 point lower because of the modifier. So whatever your target number is, it's now 1 point lower.
That is 3 out of 14.
Excellent. Okay. Now, go ahead, Laerke, roll me the 1d4 for the damage. And Aggie, roll me the 1d4 for the number of rounds that this will take place.
Hell yeah.
So 2 poison damage on top of the 3 damage from my claw.
Okay.
And that 2 damage is going to happen for 4 rounds.
4 rounds. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's what we like to see. All right. Laerke, that is your go.
It's
Next
just
up.
so nice because poison is useless in D&D, and it's so
can I
nice
use
to be able to do it.
Can I use a free action to yell to kind of like motion for Keen to maybe like shoot the guy at the altar?
Absolutely, you certainly may. Absolutely. Okay, with that, it is now the guy at the altar's turn. And seeing what is happening here, he takes the blade and he plunges it down into this creature. And as it plunges down, that heartbeat echoes once more through this room, making the entire lake itself just shift in waves. As he just kind of stands there and places one hand on it. Ian, it is your go.
So do I have an idea that I can't save Eox now?
You're not certain. From here, you cannot tell.
I'm gonna bend well on him.
You're going to attempt to bend his will.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Give me a resolute check here, if you would.
Okay.
Your whatever your base score is, that's going to go down by 3.
Okay. I think my base score is 15, but let me look. Yes, okay, so it's gonna be 12. All right. Four out of 12.
And as he's kind of resting his hand on this creature, he does nothing more at this time. Because with Ben Will, he only gets one action per turn. Is there anything you would like to try to get him to do?
Based on what Keen knows, would pulling the dagger out make it worse? Because, when something is impaled, it can bleed out if you remove the thing.
Normally you would know this, however, you are essentially looking at a severed head on an altar that is still alive in some way, and this creature is a god, so you're not entirely certain how this would affect it.
Okay. Keen is going to have him remove the dagger. And if that's all it can make him do now, I can wait for his next turn.
Okay. You see him grab onto the dagger. As he pulls it out, he kind of looks at the dagger and looks towards you, Keen. That's it for now. Next up, we've got our Peninsula buddies here. So, Laerke, you are currently engaged with one of them. This other individual turns to see what is happening and is going to also move up to you, Laerke. This one here, seeing you, Keen, attempting to use your sorcery magic, moves up on you. While this final one up on the Crystal Isle, you all notice him almost kind of take a dagger cut into his hand and touch down on the isle itself. And you can see now that this black ichor type energy just kind of crawls off of the isle and starts wrapping it itself around his arm. But the first attack against you, Laerke. Go ahead and roll me your defense, if you would, Laerke. However, you are going to have a -3 to this roll, to whatever your target defense number is.
There's like a protection score that's like a 1d8 plus 1. Is that what I'm supposed to be rolling?
Oh,
or am
yes,
I supposed to
apologies.
be
Yes,
rolling
roll a 1d8 plus 1, yes.
Okay, so that was a 4 then.
A 4, okay.
And my
Well,
I don't
are
know
we-
if this matters, but my defense score is a 13.
Your defense. Okay, so roll for your defense score is what you do. Yep. So roll your d20, and you want to roll a 10 or below for this.
Okay. I got a 10.
You got a 10. Okay, perfect. So as this individual comes through with his sword, you're able to just kind of parry it away from yourself. However, the individual who pulled out the dagger is also going to make an attack towards you. Same situation. Defense roll from you, Laerke.
11.
Okay, now roll me your protection score.
Oh, sweet. A 9?
A 9, okay. You are still going to take 3 points of damage as the sword slashes through your armor. You just feel kind of this stinging pain across your rib cage as the sword definitely made some contact with your skin. The individual who is now over against you, Keen, is going to make an attack with their dagger. So, Keen, I need a defense roll from you, please.
Okay. And what is my defense again?
So you should have a defense number
Okay.
or an armor number on your sheet.
Well, this only goes to show how often we do combat.
Mhm.
You said I have an armor number. Do you mind just telling me where on the sheet the armor number is?
Yeah, let me find the sheet here really quick.
Oh, defense. No, I'm sorry. My defense is 7.
So there you go. There you go.
I found it.
Yep. And so your target number is going to be 4 because of this attack.
Yeah. I think most folks calculate their defense based on their quick score.
Mhm.
I took a thing that changes though. Oh, also, oh my God, speaking of Nate, guess what?
Hmm.
My initiative's actually 15.
Shit. Okay, I will remember that. Okay. Excellent.
I just remembered my skill, sorry.
You're good. You're good. All right, Keen. What did you get for your defense?
Oh, I rolled for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So roll a
So you said
d20.
I have to get lower than a 4. Okay, Nate. You might not believe this, but it is true. I really did just roll a 1.
Nice.
Natural 1. Okay.
Wow.
Excellent.
Wow, I did not deserve that because I am very squishy. This was not deserved.
That was such perfect timing because I think my internet died for a second there, so you froze up right as you went. I was like, oh god. Okay. Excellent, excellent. He takes his blade out and just goes to stab into you. But you are so focused on this individual out of the corner of your eye, though, you see it coming, and you're able to just quickly dodge out of the way this attack. This individual back here on the Crystal Isle, you see as he draws on the power of the isle itself, as the very familiar image of 3 arrows appears over his head. Very familiar in that it's a spell that you've seen Keen use many, many times. However, these arrows, compared to the ones that Keen normally summons, are significantly larger and almost have like this black ichor dripping off of them with this red arcane energy sparking. And he's just going to send one directly at you, Keen. So that is going to be 4 points of damage to you.
Okay.
And you are going to take 2 points of temporary corruption off of this as well. However, that is their go. We are back to the top of the round with Nrobso. These are yours. What would you like to do?
Oh wait, I never went.
Oh, apologies. Aggie.
Because I went from 6 to 15.
Yep,
I
yep.
understand. That's how it works. That's how it goes. Okay. But real quick, I assume I'm in the back next to Keen over here.
Correct. Yep, you're still right in line with Keen back here.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm not gonna let this bastard fuck up my friend. So, I'm gonna, just nice hobble on over. It's just unassuming. Don't worry about me. Just go. We're gonna move to the front to get ourselves slightly closer to the rest of the party.
Okay.
So yeah, we're right next to Keen,
Right up next
attacking
to
the dude that's
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, right
Perfect.
there. And the other person next to me right there, is that an
So you
enemy
have
or is that
this right here is Nrobso.
hell
So
yeah,
right now you've got
perfection.
one enemy. You are between the enemy and Nrobso with Keen right to your left here.
That is exactly where a bitch wants to be. And yeah, so she just, walks on over. Oh, don't worry about me. And then just from out of her cloak, she's just gonna go, "Stam!"
Okay. Give me your attack roll. You're gonna have a -3 to your target number.
Oh, are you sure it's a -3 and not a -0?
I'm positive it's a -3.
Damn, and it's a 15 out of 12.
Oh, so close. You go to
And
stab.
instead of a 15 out of 15.
You go to stab, and all you catch is your dagger going through the cloak, but not making contact with anything but air. It's just quickly in and out. All right. Now we're up to
Okay,
Nrobso.
well, still, I'm unassuming. Don't worry about me.
Up to Nrobso.
I look at Laerke and I go,
Laerke, double whammy.
and the idea is for Nrobso to jump onto Laerke's hammer, and as Laerke is swinging it, I want to hold my attack and be launched to the guy on the altar to use my twin attack to strike him down.
Okay.
Oh, are we doing catapultsies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. For this one, Nrobso, give me a quick check. And Laerke, give me a strong check.
You got it. I'm pretty
2 out
strong.
of 18.
Oh my god.
I got a 4 out of 15 for strong.
Jesus. All right. So, Laerke, you hear Nrobso shout this plan to you. What does this look like for everybody, Laerke? What is you're bringing down your hammer? What's your reaction here?
Well, so essentially, I have these two guys on me, and I had, this guy, I blocked with the hammer, and I blocked him like this with the hammer, so my hammer's on the back, and I just hear Nrobso yell out, "Catapultsies!" And I know exactly what he's talking about.
And Nrobso, you see your opportunity, Laerke holding her hammer back. You go over, leaping on. Now, are you, like, landing on the head of this hammer with your feet, or are you kind of, like, grabbing onto it with one hand? What does it look like?
I'm like hunched over it, but I'm at the base where the main part of the hammer is at, and I'm turning myself into this ball with one of the axes at the ready to use.
All right. And just like that, you get launched
Papa!
across the sea onto the Crystal Isle.
Ah!
And as you're
I'm aiming to just throw him right at the dude.
as you're flying over the air, the guy with the arrows is just kind of like dumbfounded, staring at this goblin flying above him. As Erlibur is standing there with the dagger out, just staring down Keen. Before you see him almost come to in an instant and realize, what the hell? Oh shit! As this goblin is now right in front of him. Give me your attack rolls here, Nrobso.
10. This is 10. That is 11. Because I'm doing my twin attack, so that's 11, and this is my 8. Oh, just a 1. So 12 points total.
Okay. You go across this thing, and even though this guy isn't wearing any armor, you take your axes and you slice down into his flesh, leaving some nasty gashes, just one across his chest, one across his stomach. As he falls backwards onto the aisle now, the altar kind of tumbling over, and you're now on the aisle itself with him. As he kind of looks
Prepare
down,
yourself for the hero of Trabadox.
and you see his blood seeping out of his wounds as it just starts dripping down onto the aisle itself, onto this black onyx platform that you're standing on. And you see his blood kind of sizzle and bubble as he stands there and almost gets this sadistic grin across his face.
Uh-oh.
With that...
Does Nrobso's axes have poison on them?
Oh, they do.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Nrobso, roll me the poison damage. Aggie, give me the duration of the poison.
Well, let me do a cunning versus strong check.
Oh,
first.
yes. Thank you. So your cunning, you're going to have a -3 to your target number.
On the dice that you gave us, yeah, the wolf is a 20.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed.
Yeah,
All right.
no, you know poison.
No
You know
poison takes
poison this
effect.
round.
That's
All right. The poison is still on your axes, though. It's still there. Okay.
Hit him again!
Now, for real, we are on to Aggie in the proper order this time.
Now that Aggie remembers all of her character sheet, Okay, well, you know what? It was pretty hot and sexy. This dice is now going to jail for a minute. We're gonna do the same idea. Do another little.
Catapult?
You don't want me to throw anything. You don't want me to throw a rock. Like, I'm gonna try and stab this dude next to Keen.
Okay, give me a stabby stab attack. -3 to your target number.
God fucking no.
Are you sure?
Are you sure it's not a -1?
I'm positive. I'm so positive. I feel for you. I really do. You know, but up until this point, you fucked all of my guys up. So now it's time to turn the tables a little bit.
Fair.
It's fair.
It's fair.
So
Okay, well, Aggie sees this plan happening and is going to I'm gonna go ahead and like completely flank now that Nrobso's no longer there. I'm gonna completely flank this guy with Keen, so
Perfect.
just to fuck him up.
Excellent. Okay. With that, we're over to Laerke.
All right. I have these guys here, right? And then Nrobso's over there.
Correct.
Do I have two? I have two one on each side, right?
Yeah, you're essentially being flanked by 2 currently.
Okay. I'm going after the head, the skull. And
Okay.
here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm hoping that you'll allow for some like story flavor here. But essentially like Laerke is gonna stand up to her full like 6'7" height, 6'6" height. And then you just kind of see as she like moves her arms out like this, and her wings burst out of her back at like full length. So like I think she has like a 10-foot wingspan, I believe is what we said.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm hoping that it sends these guys flying into the water, and then I'm flying to go grab the skull.
And for anybody
and I don't think no one's ever seen them.
No.
Not even Aggie has seen them.
In Laerke's direction, you see these massive, beautiful wings just appear out of nowhere off of Laerke's back for the first time. Just this wingspan from left to right, spanning, as Laerke said, about 10 feet. What color are your wings?
They're brown. It's like this reddish brown, like hawk colors, like red tail hawk colors.
Excellent. And as your wings kind of burst forth, it is enough to push these guys 10 feet in either direction as they are caught off guard by kind of this gust of wind kicking off, as well as the force of the wings themselves pushing against them. And you're flying for the skull?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to scoop it up.
Okay. You fly up towards the skull, and as you get to it, you immediately realize you're not going to be able to scoop this thing up. I mean, the skull itself, it's like the size of a coffee table. It is massive.
What? I'm so strong. What?
However, you are up there with the skull and Nrobso on the aisle at this point.
On my right hand side is the other dude, right?
The dude with the arrows. Yep, he still has 2 arrows floating above him.
Okay. Am I allowed to do anything else, or is that my turn?
That's your turn, expanding your wings,
Okay.
pushing those guys and flying. Yep. Okay. Next up is going to be Erliber, who's now got Nrobso directly in front of him.
Hello.
Wait, is his will still bent?
It is not at this point.
Okay.
From what you can tell,
I think if you take a hit, right? If you take a hit, it breaks it.
there's a few things, and there's also some other stuff at play with the aisle itself. So actually, I'll have Keen, if you'd like, give me a free cunning check if you want to, Keen.
Okay, a free cunning check. That is a 9 out of 10.
Okay. Though it's kind of difficult to gauge from the distance you're at, you can tell that The Isle appears to be bolstering these individuals in some way.
Okay.
Um,
I
Earl-
will. May I shout that? Is that a free action to just shout that to everyone?
Certainly, yeah.
Okay.
And Erlibur takes his blade and almost runs a bit of his own blood across it, Nrobso. As he takes it and swings it down towards you. Nrobso, give me a defense check. You're going to have a -5 to your target number for this attack.
Well, because I am a master at survival, that gives me a +4 D4. So we'll see what happens. Oh boy. I got a 9 on my regular roll. I don't even want to add the other one.
Okay.
I didn't know. No, my base defense is 18.
Okay.
Oh
give-
wait, no, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah,
Yay!
you're good. You're good.
Get out of the D&D brain.
You're fine. As he swings his blade down, you're able to just easily, quickly, and just kind of dodge out of the way of this thing as it crashes down onto the onyx stone beneath your feet. And as the blade hits, you can see that the onyx stone itself cracks and breaks underneath the weight of his blade. That is his go.
The island broke, like it shattered a little when he hit it.
A bit of the island shattered beneath his blade. Yep.
Cool.
Did it have any type of effect on maybe the land itself, or like are we sinking?
You're not sinking. It wasn't enough to like shatter this piece of island, but you can see that it cracked the floor that you're standing on. With that, we are on to the individuals here. First one's going to... Yes.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Did that one dude that Laerke was fucking up ever take two extra poison damage?
Oh, thank you for the reminder.
Look, I gotta do something in this
He did
fight,
now.
okay?
He did now. All right.
I have now done 4 damage, all right?
There you go. First one
By
is
proxy.
going to continue swinging against Keen. So Keen, give me a defense roll here with a -3.
Hilarious. So that's a 12 out of 4.
Okay, roll me your defense.
I've been the one trying to stab you.
So if my defense is a 7, does that mean that I need to get less than a?
No, you should have a
7?
protection score. It should be like a 1d4 protection from your armor.
Oh yeah, my armor is a witch cloak 1d4.
Yeah, so roll a
Okay.
1d4. Yep.
Got it. Good, I wrote that down. You can tell I'm not used to getting hit. Okay. 1.
Okay. You're going to take 3 more points of damage. Your toughness.
Okay.
That is his go. These two they were knocked off into the lake, are currently trying to make their way back up. Actually, no, they're going to start heading towards the isle and towards Laerke. The individual still has 2 arrows up. He is going to fire one to Aggie. So Aggie, that's 4 points of damage to you as one of these arrows goes flying across the cavern, piercing right into your back. And as it makes contact, you can feel this black ichor almost trying to sink into your skin, as you also take 2 points of temporary corruption.
No, I wanted you to attack me with something I can maybe dodge.
We would all like things, wouldn't we? Okay. With that, Keen, it is your go.
Okay, so this has really never come up because I really don't get hit. But I would like to remind everyone now that Keen's wounds start to sort of bubble almost and look like black ichor a little bit because I have the boon dark blood. So I'm going to regenerate 2 of my toughness per turn.
Excellent.
That happens, and is somebody still on top of me, or are they all at the aisle now?
Oh no, there's one person between you and Aggie still.
And what would
The
happen to
dude that I've been
disengage from this
trying to
person?
stab for the last 10 minutes.
What happens if I try and disengage? Do they get an attack?
No. Nope. You can.
Excellent. Yes, I need to get away from this person now. So I'm gonna get away, and I'm gonna get as close as possible to like where the action is happening, but I can.
Yeah, you can get right up to the edge of the lake here.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I can do what I think I can do. Okay. I am going to attempt Brimstone Cascade. Who has been throwing the arrows?
This individual who is currently right up next to Laerke on the Crystal Isle.
All right, because I'm assuming I can't really hit Erlibur because Erlibur is kind of not in a really solid line for me, right? I can't hit Erlibur.
You can certainly try. Nrobso's in front of him, but you can certainly try.
Okay, so that's a bad idea. So I'm gonna hit the one with the storm arrows.
Okay.
It is a resolute versus quick test.
Okay.
Assuming that I'm the resolute.
Correct. Yes. Roll me a resolute, and I'm going to give you a -4 to your target number.
Okay, I got a 3 out of. You said how many minus?
-4.
So out of 11. So 3 out of 11.
Perfect. Yeah. Your spell goes off.
So
What does it look like for us?
So it's going to look like at first it'll look like black feathers that turn into just like surging fire and brimstone. For 1d12 points of damage, and it says if the target suffers the full 1d12 damage, which that would mean I would have to roll like a solid 12. I could attempt to steer the flaming energy to another target, but I very highly doubt I'm getting a solid 12.
Never know.
Okay. I almost wish that like I could like roll it like right here. Yeah, it's a 9.
Still 9 points as these feathers kind of begin to surround this individual, erupting in fire. You are all just hit with the scent of brimstone floating through the air. And Laerke, you hear this individual just shriek out in pain as the flames are slowly engulfing his body. He is incredibly rough, but still standing. With that, top of the round, Nrobso. The actions are yours.
Yeah, another twin attack on the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'll show you why I'm an axe artist, and I'm chopping away with my axes.
Okay. Give me your attacks with a -3 to these rolls.
12 out of 15.
Okay, perfect.
For my twin attack, and that damage is 9 on the first hit, and then 7 on the other.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my free ability with survival, which, because I'm not doing any movement, it allows me to have 1 extra combat move. So I'm bringing my another axe strike towards this guy.
Okay. Give me that more attack.
4 out of 15.
Okay.
And that damage is 10.
10. Okay. He's looking rough as fuck, but he's still standing.
Do I need to roll poison?
Give me your poison.
Oh, yeah.
So, you're gonna have a -3 to your target number.
Fucking Christ. Okay, but do I get 3 tries at this now though?
I will allow you 2 tries because Nrobso was only attacking with 2 weapons, so you can get 1 more try for the other weapon that hit.
All right, fair. All right. Luck be a lady tonight. Da da da. Luck be a lady tonight. Fuck me. Jail. All of you, jail.
All right.
Aggie, your poison's not working.
I know. Neither are my muscles.
Aggie, it is your go.
How's this guy looking?
He's very roughed up. He is very, very rough at this point.
Okay.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna do.
Stab.
If at first you don't succeed, first you don't succeed. Hey!
We
Stab
got
and
it.
stab
All right.
again.
Let's see what you got.
Finally, we got a 3 out of not out of 11. I think 12 because it's a -3 on this guy.
Mhm.
Oh, thank God. Okay. So I'm attacking with my stiletto, which has the deep impact quality. So whatever is the damage, remember correctly, I just looked it up. It's a D6 plus 1.
Perfect.
So that's gonna be 5 damage.
Okay.
And I do have poison on my shit too.
Okay. Yep. Give me that cunning roll.
What's this dude's strong?
It's only a -1. So you only have.
And dangerous. We got it. That's a 10 out of 14.
And with that, you take your stiletto, forcing it, pushing it all the way through his armor. You can feel it make contact with his flesh. As he kind of turns to look towards you and smiles, Aggie, you can see that from his mouth, almost like this bubbling foam starts to form. As he slowly tries to raise his weapon up, but he drops it to the ground. And just falls onto his knees before you, just coughing up this foam and blood. Before falling to the side, lifeless.
Cool. Nice.
Gone.
Great. Hell yeah. See, if only I could have done that 3 turns ago.
Laerke,
Keen would be feeling a lot better.
over to you, Laerke.
I appreciate the attempt.
I would like to. Gosh, there's so many things I would like to do right now, but I gotta pick just one of them. So this guy to me is on fire.
Mhm.
Okay. I would like to pick him up and fly out over the water from a very high distance and drop him.
Okay.
I mean, I know he's on fire, so I'm gonna get hurt, but that's kind of like
Give me
what I do.
Give me a strong check here.
What am I doing?
Give me a strong check here. You're gonna have a -3 to your target number because he's going to try to resist this.
While he's on fire? Good
While
for
he's on
him.
fire.
Good for him.
Priorities, really.
Oh man, I got exact 12 out of 12 with that -3.
Wings come out. You grab onto this bastard, flying upwards with him. Keen, go ahead and roll me just a d6, if you would.
Cool. 4.
Okay. Laerke, you can take 4 points of damage off of Keen's spell.
You got it.
However, you are carrying this motherfucker up into the air,
Super
and
high.
you're just
I
yeeting him.
I actually would like to drop him on top of one of the other water boys.
Okay. You fly over, this guy's screaming in pain as he's just trying to reach for your mask and try to just do anything he can as you just let him go. Okay, give me an accurate check here to see if you can target one of the guys below.
You got it. I mean, it's gonna turn out fine either way, but it would just be fun if it did happen to hit him. Oh shit, that's a 2 out of 10.
And just like that, you all see a body come falling down out of the sky, colliding down with another one who's walking towards the aisle. and you just hear the sounds of bones crunching and giving way as these two are now gone.
Hey Nate.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask exactly what the falling sounded like? Was it like a?
I wish I could do that sound, but yes.
Or was it like a?
There wasn't much screaming as he was burnt to a crisp mostly at that point, so it was very much just that
Had he just
high-pitched
given up at
whistle
that point?
going down. He accepted his fate.
I was gonna try to drop him on the big bad, but I really didn't want to steal that moment from Nrobso.
All right, with that though, it is Big Bad's go. Swinging towards you, Nrobso. Give me your defense roll with a -5 to your target number.
Oh, I got a 20. Wait,
Perfect.
hold on. Let me do my D4.
Yep.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Roll me your roll me your protection.
Roll protezione. 4.
Okay. You're still going to take 6 points of damage to your toughness, and you're going to take 3 points of temporary corruption as well from this blade as he slices through your armor. You see now the blade itself is also made of what appears to be that same onyx stone. However, that's all he's got. Keen, we're over to you.
Wait. You said 3 points corruption?
Temporary corruption, yes.
Does me wearing the iron the ring help?
2 points of temporary corruption.
Alright, that's fair.
All right, Keen, over to you.
All right, so there is one cultist left, right? And then there's the big boy.
Correct.
Okay, so I agree with Laerke that Nrobso is probably going to have a very beautiful kill in one turn. So I will attack the cultist, and I will also be moving. Once I hit the cultist, I'm going to be moving more towards the skull.
Okay, sounds good. Give me your attack roll against the cultist here.
Okay, that is a 6 out of my resolute is a 5. Wait, I'm sorry. Do I take a disadvantage to my resolute?
It's just a -3, so as long as you're still below, you're good.
Yeah, I am.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Give me that damage.
Okay. 3. So not great, but
Still 3. Okay. As he's moving towards the aisle, you reach out, smacking him with this arcane energy as he kind of stumbles forward. He just kind of looks towards you and then looks towards Nrobso and just keeps his attention focused straight forward. And it is now his go.
do you mind just moving me as close to the skull as I can get?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can use your movement to get it. As you're moving through the lake, you can see that it's not super deep. It's actually fairly shallow to where you can wade through it. Perfect. So you're now up there next to Laerke by the skull. Nrobso now flanked by another creature. Nrobso, give me another defense roll. This time only at a -3.
Oh, wait. -3. Oh, I got a 20.
Okay, roll me your defense if you'd be so kind.
3.
Okay, you take 1 point of damage and no corruption off of this.
Alright.
Top of the round, Nrobso, what would you like to do?
So I take my axes and I kind of shrink down, and I'm going to do a rising spinning tornado slash with my twin attack.
Okay.
One is going towards the big bad, and the other one's going towards the one that just hit me.
Okay, excellent. Give me your attack rolls if you'd be so kind.
Well, that is a 20.
Oh what's
Okay.
with all these 20s? Dice jail.
You go swinging through, and as you're getting ready to do this tornado attack, the pain from that last slash into you is just a bit too much as you kind of grip down onto your side, having to reposition yourself. Okay. Aggie.
Still using my
sorry, go ahead.
free attack for survival.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
at least do a slash up towards the big bad.
Okay, for sure.
There we go. 8 out of minus. You said minus a minus 3. 8 out of 15.
Perfect. Yep, you're still good. Go ahead and give me that damage.
That is this one. 11.
All right. Nrobso, would you please describe for us how you end Erlenber's life?
Yeah, so after that spinning tornado rising, and basically I caught a cramp. That's what really happened. I recoil, and I bring my right hand, going from midsection to shoulder, slashing that guy right up. Looking really cool. Like I freeze frame, lips apart, and he falls. And I look back at the that last one.
And as Erlenber falls, his body almost separating from that deep cut, his body slams down into the onyx stone, and you see this black ichor energy kind of pour out of his wounds. And you see it almost like it's wanting to lunge towards you, but it immediately gets absorbed into the crystal isle itself. You got one left behind you, and we are on to Aggie.
I'm really far away. Am I too far away to hit that guy?
Do you have anything ranged?
I have a quarterstaff, which has the long weapon quality.
I mean, your movement would put you right in the middle of the lake, so you probably can't get up to smack him.
Throw your dagger. Throw your dagger. Do it.
No, this is my good one. This is my good dagger. But yeah, no, that actually might be a great idea. Doesn't have the throne quality, but I'm sure it does. Yeah. Fuck it.
Throwing your dagger?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we find it afterwards, but I'm throwing it now.
Give me an accurate check here. have a
I use
-3.
my cunning instead of accurate.
Perfect. You'll have a -3 to this, though.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a 5 out of 12.
Excellent. Give me that damage.
Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. Yes, 5 + 1 is 6.
All right.
And do I need to roll the poison?
Not necessary. What does it look like as you're walking up and throwing this dagger?
Yes. So literally, Nrobso just finishes the big bad off. I see him go to try and take out both at the same time, but he can only get the one. And I'm like, I see this other guy about to fucking come for Nrobso, and I just run up, dagger, just right into the back. The dagger sinks, so it's like halfway in. And dude just like falls to his knees and then slumps to the ground behind Nrobso. And I just holler out, "Hey, can you make sure you get that for me, please? It's my good one."
And then Nrobso, I put my foot on this thing's back, and I yank out the dagger, and I fling the blood towards the lake, and I go,
This is her good one.
And with that, we are officially out of combat. You have no more cultists in here. You have this massive skull of Eox on this altar. And Keen and Laerke and Nrobso and Aggie, I'm assuming you would join them up near it. You see as its eyes kind of faintly open, as it just kind of blinks towards you all. What would you all like to do?
I would like to put my hand on it.
I would like to heal everybody first. Because I'm like, Keen, you're almost near death, right?
Oh, I have dark blood, so I've been regenerating 2 toughness every turn.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You got fucked up once, and now you're just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm Wolverine.
I think Nrobso's
Well-
the most beat up here.
Hi, hello.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, while
Pretty
Keen
good.
does that then,
little
because
bit, but
I will say, Aggie's absolutely gonna be asking about that and seeing if she can get in on it and study it.
He's putting her hand on it, and I also like, out of empathy, I'm trying to do the same in the sense of trying to follow what she's doing.
All right.
Out of respect, I don't think Laerke would touch it. I think she'd kneel in front of it very politely, but she wouldn't touch it.
Okay. And
Rob, so you get 6 HP back.
Oh, I am back to full health.
as you're all standing here near this creature, its eyes slowly blinking at you, before you see them almost light up in this beautiful, think like autumn colors of those very deep reds and oranges and ambers, as it just kind of fills its eyes and its pupils entirely. And in your mind, you all see a pathway. This pathway leading through Davokar. And it's almost like you're seeing this through the perspective of this creature when it was alive. And you see it kind of look down in front of it as this thing in its full form towers over everybody, very similar to the giant vine creatures that Gadramon had rode on in. And he looks down and you can see the visage of Gadramon and Tiara Teana, as though they have walked with this creature before. And you just hear in your minds, please call them.
Which is good, because that's what we were already told to do when we found them. All right. Sounds good.
Gadramon!
Well, I'm going to take out the messaging stone I have with Gadramon.
Gadramon!
Okay?
Are you yelling, Gadramon? Gadramon!
Hey yo, Gabby baby, we've been told to hit you up.
No.
Still yelling, Gadramon!
Can you pull out your stone to talk to Gadramon?
Mhm.
Okay, what would you like to say?
Hello. We found the skull of Eox. We're inside the sinkhole down below on the right-hand passage. How should we proceed?
Did you wait a moment? And the voice comes through. You succeeded then. Ah,
Thanks to everyone else, yes.
thank you. I shall meet you down there.
How it looks up there right now. Ask him if there's lots of dead
Yeah.
people up there right now.
Oh, do
Yeah.
you guys want to talk too?
No, just ask him.
Oh, okay. How does it look up there if you're even in Thistlehold currently?
A lot of the creatures seem to have dissipated. almost into thin air. There are many dead up here, Ambrians. But I suppose it's the best outcome.
Indeed.
I shall see you soon.
See you soon. Everyone says hi.
And you wait.
And I kind of get everyone a look like, yeah, you do.
About 15-20 minutes go by. In this time, is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, I'd love to have a similar conversation with with my companions who I've got sending stones with.
Okay.
I'll just first message the eldest brother and say we've defeated the cultists in the sinkhole. Has the situation gotten any better up there?
And you wait several moments. No response.
Uh-oh.
We're not going to think about that right now. We're going to use my other sending stone, who I've got with Lainey. And I'm going to ask the same question.
You wait a few moments, and her voice does come through. It was tough, Miss Aggie, but most of the hold still stands. Unfortunately, they got Gaunter. I plan to take his body back to our syndicate for a proper goodbye.
I understand, and I'm so sorry for your loss.
This wasn't
I
your fault.
have another ally up there that I'm wondering if the same thing. Would you be able to check on them for me?
I can look. Who?
His name is Leohan. You may have seen him. He is one of 3 knight brothers. He was fighting by himself near the front gates. He had just gotten into the city after I had told him about the explosion.
I'll head there now.
Thank you so much. You should be able to spot the armor.
More moments go by. And Aggie, you get a response. It seems the Knight's Guard are covering him now. Sorry.
I'll make sure to get him to his family.
Sure, they'll be great. And this time, is there anything anybody else would like to do down here while you're waiting for Gadramon?
Laerke, you got wings?
Oh
Wow!
shoot.
Wow!
Yeah, keep that on the download button.
Yeah.
Not
That's
a
awesome.
people don't like that sort of stuff, but it was part of the whole guard thing.
Yeah. You were like an angel of death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kinda. That's our whole deal, killing people. Or
And catapults, huh?
catapults. That was
Did it
cool.
work?
Good
That was
job.
cool. Yeah.
I
Legacy
think
didn't think it would work, but it worked.
while Laerke is having this conversation with Nrobso, she actually wants to take her hammer out, and I would like to smash it into the island ground a couple of times. I'm trying to break up the island a little bit, and I want to take a chunk of it with me and put it in my pack.
Easy enough to do, taking your hammer out and just and cracking down into it. To where you're easily enough able to probably get like a palm-sized chunk of
That's
the onyx
perfect.
out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. And Nrobso does the same, not for any particular reason, just like, yeah, souvenirs, yeah.
May I have one? And like you're seeing like weak little flabby arms over here, just kind of watching you forlorn.
Yeah, Legacy here. Here's one for you. Oh, Kovaan would like one. And I'm just like,
Yes.
I
Kovaan
mean,
would like one.
one for
I just
me,
want to bring
one
it to
for
someone who might
Kovaan,
know what it is.
one for Krenko.
Easy
Krenko was
enough in this
acting
time, you
confident.
can probably get a good 10 chunks of onyx out of this aisle.
I just need one, thanks. Pick up one and put it in my bag.
This stuff is pretty strong. Like, given that it's onyx, it's like, stronger than, let's say, a typical axe.
Potentially.
I will take this to perhaps a weapon master and forge a new axe for me.
and then I think I'm gonna walk over to Aggie because she's been kind of quiet, and look her over and be like, "Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?" And just kind of like hold her back and like kind of like look over her really quick.
No, I am okay. I'm just checking in up at the surface, and it's as expected.
Yeah. Is everybody okay? How's Kovaan?
I don't have a stone to Kovaan. I do know that one of our friends who lit the candle in the cultist's house, they didn't make it through, and neither did Leohan.
I'm sorry. And I think Laerke will she's not really very affectionate, but I think she'll try to give her a hug and give her a tight hug.
Yeah, Aggie's kind of numb at the moment, so she's not gonna really hug back. She's just kind of gonna, pat your tummy.
She doesn't have
lean
to
in.
do anything. Yeah, just
Just kind of exist there.
Well, let's take a seat down on the stones while we wait for Gadramon.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. And Aggie still has some cuts and bruises that she hasn't even taken care of yet. So, that is a good idea. And I should be more careful anyways, and take care of myself. We can't have anybody else getting in any more trouble. How are you? Are How are your wounds?
Oh, she's gonna pull her cloak where there's like this big old gash there. And she's like, "How does this is? It doesn't feel bad. What does it look like? I can't see it."
I'll tell you, I've seen worse on you, but it's still something that we should get taken care of.
Okay.
So that's boom, boom. Wow, that was all right. Both of us successes. Do you want purple or green?
I'll take green.
Sweet. That was the right answer. You got 6 points back.
Nice. Almost
And
at
I
max.
got 4, which puts me right back at max.
It's okay if I'm a little bit hurt. That's actually good for my character class.
You get angry when you're hurt.
Yeah. Maybe just excited.
And you all take this time to dress your wounds, mourn those
And
that you have
Keen is
lost.
going to mourn too.
Yes, Keen?
So I feel like while this is happening, unfortunately, Keen has not, like, unless they're in earshot, she didn't really hear anything about Leohan, unfortunately. But I feel like she's kind of sitting beside the skull still. And I feel like, since she had like that vision and everything, she's very confused as things have been proceeding, but she does feel like she should stay near for now. And she's kind of just like humming her lullaby, the type that she would have sang to Thundercat while she's waiting for Gadramon to show up.
And as you're sitting near the skull and humming this lullaby, there's almost an air of calmness about you. And for the first time since coming down to the sinkhole, a bit of weight has been lifted, and it almost feels like the air feels a bit more fresh down there. Almost as though this place is now becoming a beacon of peace. You're all sitting here resting. And as you're waiting down here, you see a couple silhouettes approaching from the hallway. You see the familiar form of Gadramon, Davokar Witch, dressed in his very ornate robes, wearing a fairly similar mask to that of Erlibur. Beside him, you see Kovaan, hobbling along with his stick. A few cuts and bruises, a little bit battered, but still standing strong. And to the right of Gadramon, you see another figure dressed in deep brown robes. As they approach, they pull their hood down, and you see that it is Tiana. As they all approach the aisle, Gadramon just kind of nods in your directions. And he walks over and places his hand on Eox. And you see this beautiful light green energy kind of dance away from his fingers and begin to engulf the skull in its entirety. And you see as he pulls his hand away, he's muttering some kind of mix of ancient speech that you can't quite pick up on what he's saying. And it almost sounds like this deep speech mixed with a bit of Elvish in it. And he kind of steps back and raises his hand, and the skull of Eox begins to hover and levitate off the ground. We must hurry if we are to save him. And
Just tell us what must be done.
Tiara kind of nods in your direction and says, "Follow us." And she walks towards the back of the lake beyond the Crystal Isle, where the cavern just kind of comes to a complete wall. And you see her kind of trace out some symbols in the air as a portal rips open before her. Very similar to the one that the immortal elf had opened. And she just stands there holding it open. And Gadramon and the Skull step forward for exiting through. You all follow?
I'm
Twinkle
going to
light
first.
stones.
I'm first going to ask if it. Will we be coming back?
Of course. We will take him to his home to bring him back. And from there, I can bring you all back to wherever you wish. We'll just need your help.
Perfect. And yeah.
You all step through. Tiara bringing up the rear, and the portal closes behind. And you are out now walking back within the Davokar woods. Down just what appears to be the straight cutout path with the trees of Davokar almost forming these massive archways. As their branches are all kind of like tangled in. And you continue forward. And it is here that you see these large stone pedestals with a large stone altar in the center. And Gadramon places the skull in the center on the altar and asks that you all take a spot on the pedestals. Right? You all go ahead and take your spots. We'll go ahead and jump to a quick break. So thank you all so much for sticking with us through this. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes or so to wrap up Season 1. Thank you so much. Stick around. We'll see you back here real soon. And welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. So, my friends, you have all defeated Erlibur, stopping the ritual and recovering the skull of Eox. You took a pathway through the Davokar following Tiara and Gadramon, the skull in tow, and they led you to this open grove with these stone pedestals, almost in a crescent moon style shape, with a large stone altar centered in the middle. And Gadramon very gently places the skull on top of this altar as Tiara kind of gestures for each of you to take a spot on each of the pedestals. And Tiara herself takes the one in the center. And she looks to you all and just asks that you give what energy you can to this god, so that he may arise and protect these lands once more. And Gadramon sits cross-legged on the ground in front of the skull and begins to levitate himself, emanating this green energy mixed with these burgundies and these beautiful gold and oranges and ambers, almost looking like the season of autumn surrounding him, as he sits here floating before the skull, just muttering these arcane incantations under his breath. As you all kind of close your eyes and focus in. And as you're all reaching out towards this creature, you can feel your own energy leaving your body. But it's not a feeling of exhaustion. It's warmth and comfort that washes over you. As you reach out and you see your own shadows leaving your bodies, heading towards this creature. As the moments go by, you hear a heartbeat once more. That starts off very rapid, but begins to slow, and it matches each of your heartbeats perfectly. As you open your eyes, you can see now that the altar itself is completely gone. And towering above you is this massive ox-like creature, standing on all four legs, probably about 15 or so feet tall, looking down on you. Its fur, this beautiful, like deep ginger color, with these black stripes running all through it, as it just stands down there staring at all of you. And in your minds, you just hear the words, "Thank you. You will always be with me." And Gadramon kind of walks over to him and places his hand up on one of the massive legs. He just turns to you all and says, "I'm sure our paths will cross again, my friend. You have my eternal gratitude." And he just kind of holds on to this creature as the two of them begin walking deeper and deeper into Davokar together, leaving all of you and Tiara in this grove. And Tiara kind of steps down from her pedestal and begins walking around up to each of you individually. And she starts off with you, Aggie. I know that Eox is grateful for what you have done. How do you feel? Do you believe that you've done the right thing here?
I know that at the end of the day, whatever we did, we stopped many more innocent people from dying. And I know I'm satisfied with that. I only wish that we could have figured it out a little sooner, maybe prevented more, but that's in the past and we can't change that. As far as what we did today, yes, I don't question it.
And she just gives you a simple nod and walks over to you, Laerke. Over to you. And what of you, Wrathguard? Do you feel that what you have done is right?
It's my sworn duty to protect the gods of Davokar.
Just kind of nods towards you as well. She walks to Nrobso. And you, small one. How do you feel?
Oh, I got this cut on my belly, and it kind of burns. I think I'm a little bit corrupted. I'm okay other than that.
And she kind of just smiles for a moment. I'm sure you can get patched up. How do you feel about your actions here? The resurrecting of a god.
Nrobso was not aware of doing such actions, but it seems that said things are actually more beneficial for the good of all rather than the good of some. And Nrobso in this adventure has certainly been an advocate of for the good of all.
And she moves on. And stands before Keen. And you, witch? How do you feel?
I feel that even when one lights a candle, they cast shadows on this world. However, I also believe that nature is one of the most real permanents that we have. And I have full faith that Eox needs to remain in this world in order to protect it.
Smiles. And she begins walking forward towards where the altar once stood. And she asks, do you all believe you have earned your rewards?
Yes. I don't know if I can speak for the others, but I thoroughly feel I completed a task that was required of saving Thistlehold. In fact, I've been carrying this finger. I take it off of my neck. But now I feel this is no longer needed for a reminder of who I once was. So I lay this here and leave it.
And he lays the finger down. He takes off the last gold ring.
Look, I'm still the keeper of rings.
And as you lay the finger down, you can see that a genuine smile creeps across her face. One that none of you have ever seen in the few times that you have met her. And your rewards shall be yours. I shall have them prepared at the hall, and I will come for you. And she reaches out once more, tearing open the fabric of reality itself. And you see a portal open. And on the opposite side, you see the gates to Thistlehold.
I'll go through.
Yep.
Can I ask one question? I am going to walk through, but one question.
Mm-hmm.
Does this place look like the altar room that I have been seeing in my dreams? Or is that a different one?
This one's completely different.
Got it. And I will walk through.
Okay. You all step through, and as the portal closes behind you, you just hear Tiara's voice echoing through your minds. So long, my friend. In strife and sorrow. Soon we will meet again. If you truly want and dare. Till then, take care of yourself. And keep these words of mine as your secret gift. And you all find yourself once more at the front gates of Thistlehold, where you first rode through. Back of the wagon with Nrobso jumping back and forth. And with that, we will go ahead and close up Chapter 1 of Symbaroum. Congratulations on completing the Wrath of the Warden, my friends. We'll come back soon with the next leg of our journey, but until then, let's go ahead and go back around and meet everybody. Plug yourselves where folks can find you. Let's go ahead and start off with Coral.
Hi, friends. My name's Coral Reefer. You can find me here on the Twitches at Queer Venture Time. We're variety channel. We play different games. We're playing a lot of Skyrim right now. We're playing some Sunhaven. And every Friday night we do DJ streams nowadays. So we're just fucking bopping around, being gay, dancing, and listening to music on Fridays. Yeah, Twitter is Q Venture Time, because Queer Venture Time is too many characters.
Excellent. Let's throw it over to Kelsey.
Hi, everyone. You can find me on all social media at Tombs and Tomes. And if you like books and tabletop role-playing games, I would love to be friends.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Nrobso. Or I'm sorry, not Nrobso. Good God. Leroy. I was looking at your name while saying your name.
My name is.
Hey everyone, it's Lee Royal. Yes, playing Nrobso today. I'm on all social media at Royalty. No, why? Currently, if you want to check me out on Twitch, every other Sunday I'm playing D&D with my kids. So if you want to see a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old thrash around some orcs, check us out. My daughter plays a dragonborn paladin, and my son plays a warforged barbarian. His is Optimus Prime, and hers is Sparks. And if you want some other type of entertainment, check me out on Instagram, where I do dancing, comedy stuff, and my inner thoughts.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, Christine.
Hi, everybody. I'm Christine, or Slumber Jane. You can find me on Instagram at slumber.jane. You can find me on twitch.tv/slumberjane. You can find me on YouTube here at the Initiative Order, YouTube with Prepare to Dice, as well as the Prepared DM, which we'll be doing a podcast as well. So you can find me everywhere. I'm all over the place. I'm up in your business. Come hang out.
Thank you so much. As for myself, I'm not as busy, but my name's Nate. You can find me across all the socials at nride93, as well as playing games here with my awesome friends and helping run the initiative order. I'm the GM for Symbaroum, as well as the overseer for our current Fallout miniseries, which is coming back this Wednesday. Fallout Rogue Radio, check that out. Aside from that, you can catch me chilling in the Initiative Order Discord. We do free-to-play community games, so if you're interested in gaming with us or other members of the community, or checking out just a massive variety of TTRPGs, join us. There's a link going around down in the chat. Check that out. We want to meet you. We want to play games with you. We want to stream with you. We hold open calls for streams. If you want to come play games with us, please check it out. And real quick, I just want to shout out our wonderful sponsors of the channel, starting off with Session Zero Clothing. They create some really cool TTRPG inspired streetwear. If you use code, let me pull up my notes here, order at checkout and get 15% off your purchase through them. We've got another awesome clothing designer, our good friend Will, aka Arclight Court. He's also one of our regular GMs, fantastic dude. If you use code TIO15, you can get 15% off your purchase through his store, Arclight Court. Check it out. And finally, some shoutouts to some amazing dice crafters. Norse Foundry. If you use code TIO15, you get 15% off a purchase through their store. We also have our friends over at Mithril Armory. If you use code Initiative, you can get 10% off your purchase through their store. And last but certainly not least, our very own Terran, aka Umbral Oculus Dice, creator of some beautiful handmade dice. If you use code Initiative, you can get 10% off a full set of her dice. They are truly stunning in person. I've got a few sets myself. Fantastic for players, cursed for game masters, but they're still super pretty to have, so check that out. Aside from that, everybody, we will return with Season 2 of Symbaroum coming up here real soon. But until next time, everybody, thank you so much, and to my players, thank you for a fantastic first season. Stay safe, everybody. Stay healthy. See you all in the next adventure.
I fell like a leaf through the eons, from the branch of creation towards the here and now. Below was a desolate mesa, cut from the crust, from bedrock and dust, the home of a ravenous god. Like me, he succumbed to the autumn, sank beaten to rest by the heart of the stone.